Hey you, yeah you who clicked on this video. Thanks for giving our channel a shot. And if you will, please do us the honor of watching the video all the way through. Appreciate it. Now onto the video.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Halo by Paramount Plus is something. Let's get into it. So, the Halo series by Paramount Plus has been cooking for a while, and now we're just now getting a premiere of it on Paramount Plus. The first episode has in fact dropped, and it is titled Contact. So, the episode starts out well enough. I mean, we're on the planet Madrigal. This is after the fall of Reach. And we can see that the colonies especially the colony on Madrigal, is very distrustful of the UNSC and the Spartans in particular. And so they give some bit of exposition about the Spartans and about their prowess in battle. Then they're attacked by the Covenant. And, the Spartans come to save the day. So far, so good. But a couple of curious things happen. So first, before the battle between the Spartans and the Covenant, we see that all of these, gender non-conforming teenagers, I swear to God, it was very hard until they started talking to figure out which one was a boy and which one was a girl. And I thought that Raised by Wolves had the most egregious haircuts in science fiction. I was wrong. This series said, "Oh, that's what you think? Hold my beer, because oh my lord, this is the worst. This isn't a mullet that this chick has. This is a manlet. Her name is Quan. She is actually the main character. It is not Master Chief. So let's get that out of the way. Quan's haircut is not a mullet. It's a manlet. I'm talking about man in the front, girl in the back. What in the world is this thing on top of her head? But I digress. So, Manlet, or Quan, whichever. I think we're just going to call her Manlet for the rest of this review. So, chick with the manlet has, she is the daughter of the general of this particular colony settlement, and they want independence from the UNSC. All right, fine, well, whatever. Anyway, so when the fight happens between them and the Covenant, they get destroyed. I mean, slaughtered. The weapons have no effect whatsoever on the Covenant brutes, and they're just getting mopped until Master Chief and the rest of Spartan Silver Team comes out. Now, here's where things get a little bit messy. So the fighting scenes are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They were really fun. They went first person. I was all in for a minute. Then I started noticing things. Number one, the weapons that the colonists have don't work on the brutes. However, in the hands of a Spartan, the weapons are super effective. It makes no sense whatsoever. But I digress. So we get through this fight. Nobody survives except for Quan. Surprise, surprise. And, they basically find the artifact that the Covenant was in fact looking for. Why the Covenant had to slaughter this entire settlement just to find one thing, I don't know, but they did. So anyway, the UNSC are a bunch of dicks. And you see this later on in the episode because they basically have the Spartans on a very, 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 very short leash. And any deviation from their programming will result in the leader of the UNSC at the base on Reach to have a serious meltdown. So let me get this out of the way. This show is message heavy, but not in a preachy way, more so in the way that it just doesn't make sense. So let's start out with almost all of the male characters are wiped out in the initial battle. There are, if I counted on my hands, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 actual masculine characters. So there's Master Chief, then there's another Spartan on his team, and then there is an army officer who's like subservient to the literal dearth of female leadership. I'm talking about everywhere. It's almost like the Covenant has wiped out 60% of the population and they all happen to be male. Oh my God, there are a lot of girl bosses in this goddamn show. Woo! I mean, everywhere, wall to wall girl bosses, and it just makes no logical sense. But you know, the episode is fun, the effects are fun, the practical effects are cool, but it's just dumb. Like there's leaps in logic that just don't make any sense. Like at one point, in order uh to stop the AI controls on a ship, this chick Quan literally shoots a rifle in the cabin of a spaceship. What the heck? Oh my God, it's just it boggles my mind how stupid this is for a science fiction series. And this is just the first episode. I mean, there's just, like I say, it's like girl boss to the extreme, and most of them are assholes. Like they're not even like cool. They're like just everybody's an asshole, and all of the men are either subservient or they get killed. Like it doesn't make any sense. And the most egregious part is that Master Chief removes his helmet. There are two characters in fiction, I'm sure I could think of more, but there are two characters in fiction that I never want removing their helmet. Number one is Judge Dredd, and Sylvester Stallone in that movie killed that idea. And number two is Master freaking Chief. I don't need to see Master Chief's face, but again, this is a television show with actors and they want to be seen. So this show is basically aping the crap out of the Mandalorian. I'm talking about from the, you know, very stoic protagonist who's not really the protagonist to the insignificant key to everything girl. Oh my God. You know, if they had a little puppet that they could make green and barely speak, it would be the show shot for shot. But even on the Covenant side, they have girl bosses. It is just stupid so far. I can see why this didn't get very good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't really read any of them yet, but I understand. So, you know, the episode, like I said, the action's there, the characters are there, but this is Halo for the most part in name only. It's just another way that a network has chosen to use a particular property as a platform rather than just telling a straightforward story, and we're just seeing it play out yet again. Now, I did enjoy seeing the Spartans in action. I really did, but there's not enough of them in this first episode to really justify all the other nonsensical and egregious things that happen in this episode. So for now, I mean, I'm going to stick around for episode 2. Maybe it gets better, but this is the Representation Express, man. I'm talking about, you know, Halo, the Master Chief collection. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. We'll see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out. Peace. If you'd like to get a shout out on the channel, then hit that like button, maybe share it with a couple of friends, and do us the biggest honor of all, and subscribe to the channel so you can join the 8-Bit Heroes family. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when our new videos come out.